How's it going, folks? Got the heavy metal yard gnome here. Wanted to say what's up. I know it's been a minute since I've done a update or a cover video or anything. I've been pretty busy, pretty overwhelmed with school and a few other projects, so I wanted to touch base with you. I've got a bunch of new stuff going on right now that I'd like to share with you a little bit of today. Show you what I've been up to, so you're not wondering like, oh yeah, he was like, hey, add my channel, and then he just disappeared. So I'm around still. I'm just working on stuff and trying to do all the good things. I've got some pretty cool stuff going on right now, so let's check it out. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this thing with a camera on a handheld deal to show you, give you a little update about what's going on. So I have had some changes happen along with just having a lot of stuff on my plate. Had my recording studio that I've been a partner member of for a period of time, a couple years now. I was told the other day that we're getting moved out of because the owner of the building has decided to go a different route and sell the building, which means we don't have that venue anymore, which is fine. It was awful convenient having that room, but that's running its course now. So here in the next week or so, I'm gonna have to start relocating my gear and what forth. So, but what I got going on in here is I've decided to go a little bit more full-time in my home for recording studio purposes. So here is the new layout of what will be Executioner 213 recordings from here on until anything changes. All right, here we go. So to just give you an outline of what's going on here, I still got camera stuff going on, still got the green screen, but I have invested in a new desk and have changed the layout of everything to where it's all a lot more efficient, and I'm really enjoying the atmosphere that I have going on in here for working on stuff. So right here, I got a laptop going that I'm working on a brand new music video for my band At Home in Hell. Then over here on the Mac, I've got new pre-production tracks for the new At Home in Hell album. And coming soon off of that, I will have some other projects that I'm being commissioned to work on, but this is going to be my main mix and all that room, do all the cool stuff. I'm sure a lot of my friends have heard me talking about it, and I'm sure some people out there got excited maybe when they saw it over here in the corner. But I have upgraded to a Kemper profiling amp, which I'm pretty excited about. I've already done some reamping on these At Home in Hell tracks, and they've turned out quite incredible. I've kind of almost decided that I might get rid of some of my other gear because I've purchased the Kemper. Once I started doing some playing live, just practicing at the recording studio with my now downsized rig with the Kemper power amp, it pretty much blew my mind, and I decided I probably don't need a whole lot else going on. I might just get rid of a bunch of gear, so stand by. I might have some stuff listed soon. Got some guitars. Of course, you need guitars to make the noises that make us happy. But yeah, I want to give you a little taste of what I've had going on. So sit down here. So just to give you a little taste of what we got going on here with the pre-production. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna give you of that right now. All right, to give you a taste video-wise of what I'm working on for At Home in Hell. We're doing a video for the song Threshold. We filmed everything over the course of 3 days at a venue that I'm associated with. I'm sure some people know exactly where that is, some don't. So, a little taste of the video. And that's all I'll give you for now until it's a little closer to being done. So, there's that. Music video, pre-production. I also did a kind of a little remodel thing down in my basement. So, why don't we check that out real quick if I can get this figured out. All right, and anybody that's friends of mine on Instagram probably know a little bit more about this. Did a little bit of a remodel in my basement, and what I ended up doing was I had fucking guitars all over the goddamn house. So I decided to change that dynamic and hung up some new stuff on the wall, make it so, of course, I've got 2 basses upstairs right now. I got all my guitars, other than a few, hanging up. I got my big ass monster drum set going on. And then, counter, it's like technically a bar, but bar top, but I do a lot of my fixing stuff there. So, what ended up happening last week, along with all the other excitement that could have been had, was my basement flooded because we've had an epic shit ton of snow in the last few months, and it all decided to melt and flood into my basement. So I've been kind of cleaning that out for the last few days. I've got sump pump and hoses and what forth going on down here. So, fan to kind of help blow things out. It's gotten to where it's pretty much gone now, but it's still a big epic pain in the ass, and I hate when it happens. It did it once last year when my bass player was living with me in the basement here. And that wasn't fun, but we dealt with it then. I dealt with it this time. So, yeah. That's what the room looks like. So yeah, back into the recording room. All the toys that one could want in this studio. And ends up leading to a lot of fun. So, been staying pretty busy with it. Making sure, staying on task with school at the same time. It's not always the easiest, but making do. Another big thing that we had to deal with here in town as bar workers was the very famous St. Patrick's Day that happens in Butte. For those that don't know, St. Patrick's Day ends up being one of the most epic parties in the country in Butte, Montana. So, all of us that work bars and venues have our work cut out for us on St. Patrick's Day, and I ended up working a grand total of about 15 hours, and a few other people were there along with me the whole time. Only had to deal with a couple fights. One of those in which I got kicked right in the eye. I don't know, probably can't really see the scar left on it or whatever. Maybe a little bit, whatever. Otherwise, it was a pretty decent one. So, everything, if you're wondering, everything you've heard about St. Patrick's Day in Butte is, it's definitely a party. So, yeah, just wanted to chime in, say what's up, let you know I haven't abandoned all hope or anything. I just got a lot on my plate. If you have any questions, hit me up here in the comments section. I'll do my best to answer whatever I can, and just go from there for now. You'll see some stuff dropping here soon, especially the music video, and yeah, so just in a kind of a little transitional spot with all this stuff I'm doing with school and working on the new album, working on the music video, working on a few other projects, and then on top of that, the recording studio kind of starting to be abandoned, so I'm migrating all of my work that I do here to my home, to where things will get worked on here. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense for you. Be sure to like and subscribe and all the things that you do on the YouTubes and Facebooks, and I very much appreciate your patronage. Oh yeah, and then the last thing I'll bring up is we're planning a tour for At Home in Hell in mid-July to mid-August. So we're going to try to do a month-long trip. I had a show coming up with Nephilim opening for Aborted. I think I might have mentioned that in one of my last videos. And yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on. Hope to hear from y'all soon, and keep the metal flowing. Peace.